Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com.
Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how you doing? Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that nobody dare say. Isn't that right, Sam Jones? And you, Joe Egan? You don't do a Zoom, dare you? Trappy, eh? We can't shut you up with these announcements and 40-second little clips you keep putting out. My God, eh? Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. But that's what we've got in it in the sport of boxing. Cringe, cringe, and more cringe. Unbelievable. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? Talking about these cringy people. In fact, Sam Jones, you're not even cringy, you're cheesy. And as for you, Joe, well, you pick your battles, don't you? Pick wrong one with me, kid. You keep having them clowns email me. Do you know all it does? It just makes me feel stronger. That's all it does. It just makes me just want to just do my own thing even more. I take strength from it. So I keep saying to you, keep having these idiots and mates of yours. I've known Joe Egan 20 years. It's about respect with Joe. He's honourable. He's one of your own. God. Well, we're going to see about that, aren't we? Soon. Hey, right. Aaron Bayer says David Evanesian is European champion. So why is Ben not fighting him? If Conor Benn fights him, David Evanesian, he gets that automatic ranking, doesn't he? Into governing bodies. Automatic top 15 ranking if you've got a European title. So why is Crusher Ben trying to get that ranking by his promoter lobbying? Because isn't that by default? It's like getting into Champions League, isn't it, at football? You've got to finish in top 4 in Premier League, haven't you? Or have you got to win FA Cup or something? I'm not sure how that works, but I know you've got to finish in top 4, haven't you, to get into Champions League. Now, Crusher wants to do it without doing the hard yards, doesn't he, really? You know, and that's what happens. You get found out, don't you? But David Evanesian and Crusher is a good fight, but he's not getting any younger, David, is he? And really, they jerked Neil Marsh off, didn't they? Carl Greaves, didn't they, for a long time? Matchroom and Crusher Ben and Simpsons. They just messed him about, and it leaves a bad taste in my mouth because we're looking at here at a fraudulent boxer getting slots on Good Morning Britain and Piers Morgan and this and that, and he has not won a belt. Not won a belt. I'm going to have an heart attack here with this sport, aren't I? I'm going to end up like that Mo Pryor. Have you seen him, Mo Pryor? Have you seen him doing the rounds at York Hall? He's always pulling his hanky out and going, isn't he, Mo Pryor? Have you seen him? Good old Mo Pryor. Last time I spoke to him, he was telling me about this middleweight that he'd got, and he was going on about him, carrying off like he's Wayne Alcock with this middleweight's power and all that. I'm not going to say the guy's name. And when I ended up seeing him fight, he was Pony Macaroni. Too many people throw that about, don't they? Like that one a couple of weeks ago. That is it, Chelly? Oh, he's the new Carl Froch. What? Carl Froch would have dealt with that Chelly and that guy. They fought, didn't they, about 10 days ago or something. He'd have done them both on the same night. Even now. Mo, get on, mate, and stop going like that. You're eating too much. You're not exercising enough. All right, mate. But go away with you. He's the new Wayne Alcock. Jesus. Unbelievable. He could punch him, Wayne Alcock. A proper crack. If he'd have been handled a bit better, he'd have been a world champion and a millionaire. But hey ho! Crusher. Crusher, you're calling out Kell Brook, Manny Pacman, Enos, Crawford. And you're fighting Peter Dodson or Dobson or whatever, or Dobber. Dobber. You're fighting the Dobber. Unbelievable. You're fighting in an afternoon as well in Vegas. In an afternoon! You're hardly up in lights like Mayweather. They're hyping it up on Good Morning Britain and IFL and Matchroom Boxing YouTube and DAZN like you're the second coming of Terry Norris, but you're not. You're just little Crusher, the drug cheat from Essex, who got there by cheating. Do you know what I mean? With an asterisk next to your name. Just like your old man, he's got an asterisk next to his name, hasn't he? Hey, we know. We know, don't we? But there'll be an Elvis MC on the night, an Elvis fake Elvis, whatever they call them now, impressionary era, whatever they are, man. Elvis impersonator. Is that where we're at now? It's not even on strip, as I said. It's just shocking. Let's see a proper fight, even Ishin or Chris Conger. Let's see them guys in with you. You could have fought Michael Beckinson, but you didn't want to know, did you? When I was with Dennis, you were offered, what was it, 25 grand to fight Danny Kennedy. You didn't want to know that about that, did you? You might have won, but then, I don't know. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure, but as luck would have it, I'm glad that, because Danny ended up drawing him with Willie Warburton. I mean, you know, but a good kid, Danny, and I wish him well. Dave Allen, can you stop with your Usyk stories? Stop it. Stop dining out on that Usyk sparring story. It's become boring, but I'll come to that in another video. Sonny Edwards. I'm impressed by him lately. He wants to fight Bam Bam Rodriguez. How come he never had a rematch clause anyway? Shocking, that, isn't it? But when you look at it, if he fights Bam Bam again and he beats him, that's a good win. That's how I look at it. That's a great win if he can fight Bam Bam. But the fact that he wants to get in there with him is brilliant. So somebody must have whispered in his ear for him to put it out there, because really, there ain't another fight for Sonny, is there? What other fighters there for him? What's happening with his brother Charlie? He's been good at the wonders. All he's done is suck cucumbers, managing his own career. What? Is there any fights lined up? No. No fights lined up. So where's he going? I don't know where he's going, to be honest. I don't even think he'll fight again from what I'm hearing. So I don't know, but I wish him well. I like him. Actually, I like him a lot. I think he's technically fantastic. I think he's a better style than the other one. He's not as mouthy. He's a bit more mature. But I think if Sonny fights Bam Bam, he's got his work cut out. But at least he wants to get stuck in with him. So I'm going to give him some credit there. A lot of credit. Does anybody remember Jake Wood and Spencer Oliver's UK World Tour, 1920 dates or whatever it was? What happened to that? What happened to that, jug ears? I'm hearing that sponsors and all that were coughing up and this and that, and people getting involved and all that, and no happened. What? What? So that's what I heard. But you've not done all that money in already, have you, that you made off that Joe Weller YouTuber fight, have you, Spencer Oliver? Because you like to play both sides of the fence, don't you? We all remember your little role in that YouTube carry on, don't we? Hey, a few years back, you didn't do too bad out of it, did you? Hey, so, but what happened to the UK tour? Hey, you were going to do wonders. Yeah. No, you never suck cucumbers. That's my new saying. Will Tyson pull out of the Usyk fight? Yeah, I think he does. I think he pulls out. He's no arsehole. Eubank. He's not put his time in, has he, Eubank? No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. He hasn't put his time in. They're just trying to pinch money in it. Christopher Eubank Jr. Is he going to go for a legacy fight? I hope so. But he's masquerading as an elite fighter, but really he's just using the Eubank name. But you know, when you look at his dad's record, that would piss poor, wasn't it? 4 wins over world champions his dad's got, same as Clinton Woods and Robin Reed, but he's got a massive profile, but he fought nobody's for years at WBO. If you can have 19 wins over in world title fights, but only four I've had any bit of a CV, right, or were champions. Who were the other 15? The Tony Thorntons of this world, eh? Postman Tony Thornton, we remember him, don't we? Eh? Unbelievable. Bean trying to get on at TNT Sports. Good luck to Bean, but I feel sorry for him in a way because ESPN have knocked him back. TNT Sports have not come to the table. He can't go to Sky. And what's Eddie and DAZN doing? Didn't Bean do enough for them when he was at Sky? It looks like there's no room at the inn for Bean in boxing. The only game left in town now is Channel 5, which are not doing much, are they? And Big Ron with Fight Zone. Good luck with that. I've heard Max has been lined up for a pundit job there. That's how desperate they're getting. Jeez. Ryan Garcia is going to PBC. We covered that the other day. It is what it is. Eddie and Frank besties. Jonathan, you've sent me that 3 times now. Why you keep sending me the same question every day, I don't know. We cover it, but just because I don't mention your name. Right. Why are they besties? Well, it's simple, isn't it, really? They've all tried to outdo each other for years. They've been telling tales to Taxman, Batman, HMRC, Customs, Border Control, solicitors back and forth. For years, it's been going on since 87. Yeah, they've been going on for a 40 stretch. Point I want to make is this. Now that somebody else is putting the shows on and all they've got to do is deliver the fighters and collect the cha-ching, everybody wants to be besties, don't they? But once that Saudi money's gone, it'll be business as usual and we can all get stuck back in then, can't we? We all know where we are. But at the moment, everybody wants to get the Vaseline out, don't they? And it's embarrassing, isn't it? These are grown men, by the way. Grown men, sworn enemies. And look how a few quid hasn't behaving. Could you imagine if these were your co-accused and you all at Docking Crown? It'd be like a Sam in the Bulgravano job, wouldn't it? 2 o'clock in the morning when they opened key and said, come on, there's a police car waiting, we're going to move you to a safe house. It'd be one of them jobs, wouldn't it? They'd sing like canaries. It'd be a Bertie Smalls job, wouldn't it? Bertie. They'd do a Bertie, wouldn't they? They'd do a Bertie. So, game change. Hashtag game change. Yeah, for them. But what about people in the rest of industry in England? Nobody knows what's happening with small all scene, do they? Everybody thinks, because the managers and trainers have got illusions of grandeur. They all think they're going to get that call, don't they? That's why everybody's giving it the old Sam Jones, aren't they? To Eddie Hills and all them around him and Bricktop and all them around him. Oh, God, it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So, but yeah, how's the game changed? Well, it's changed for them, hasn't it? They're just going to make their hands stronger for when they come back to UK and get at it. Well, they're not going to put their hands in the pocket, are they? OPM. It's like Big Ron used to come out with. What does that mean, Ron? Other people's money, Russell. OPM. Oh, I love that in my head. I learned that one quite early. It is what it is. Jigsy. Listen, you've plenty of rattle on my comment section. Listen, you know when you've got as plenty of rattle as you need to do a Zoom. I don't take you seriously. If you're going to be rattling and rattling and rattling every day in comment section, you need to do a Zoom. But I'll give you a shout out, Jigsy. Who wants a shout out? Jigsy, there you go. Are you happy now? Buddy McGirt, what's he doing? Well, apart from taking his slice of the cake from UK fighters, what does he do? He even comes out and says he doesn't study opponents. What a great coach. He's blind as a bat to start with. So, go to Buddy McGirt. Well, that didn't work out, did it, for Mundo, did it? Do I think Mundo will beat him for the next fight? Not on your Nelly. Not on your Nelly. Was Beefy in order fighting Eubank in the rematch in that shape? Eubank Jr. that is. Bang out of order, Beefy, you know it, but we've covered that. Caldwell, fake tears on Boxing News after Jordan Gill loss. We covered that, Marcus. We covered it. Yeah, there were fake tears. There were tears for himself because he knew after that other performance when they give us the dodgy curry or dodgy something to eat he had. He knew that he was going after that. He knew. So there were fake tears for himself because he knew that people like me were waiting to pounce because I don't like to do a Bombay Dave. So it is what it is. So fake tears for himself, not for Jordan Gill. They were for yourself. You look after number one, you, don't you, Bombay Dave? Yeah, thinking about himself. There's another one gone. Another one bites the dust. And another one bites, another one bites, another one bites the dust. Only Opie Price left now, unless Eddie Hills throws you a dog bone. Hey? Or if Tony Macaroni Bellew, age 41, makes a comeback. But I don't want to see him come back. I would. I'd love to see him come back because he never beat a champion in his career. It's fraudulent. Absolute fraudulent. He's everywhere. He's there. He's there. He's everywhere. You haven't beat a champion. As long as you can put your head down on that pillar at night, Bellew, you should be all right with it. But then again, brass neck on you, you're not bothered, are you? But can you imagine sat with Stevie G and Carragher and all your mates from Liverpool, and they all know that you never beat a champion, never took a belt off a champion. We're all manoeuvred knackers. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, it is what it is. Porky, how did you last that long with Dennis? That's from Carla. You keep giving me loads of stick, you, don't you? I don't really know, to be honest. I could go back up there now if I want. I'll walk straight in there and make a sandwich. But I'm not bothered at the moment. How did I last that long? I don't know, really. I think I just put up with it, didn't I? Or he put up with it. I think you just be myself, wasn't I? Or just myself. That's basically it, really. I didn't like anybody up there, really, and I think Dennis knew that. I wasn't keen on most people around him. They all have ulterior motives. A lot of them are needy, aren't they? I was never really needy. I could take it or leave it. I could like take my ball home every single day if I wanted to, or spit my dummy out. So a lot of them around Dennis need him, don't they? They're needy. I'm not. So, and I think he knew that. So I laid law down from day one. Say, listen, I can walk from there, man. I'm only here to learn. I can walk at any day. But he's a good guy, Dennis. If you don't talk boxing with him, he turns into a little monster when it's boxing. They just turn into liars, don't they? And vagabonds, and we've got some at bubbling. Just talk shit for the sake of it, don't they? Not to be trusted. Dennis is not to be trusted in boxing. Not right, Dennis. These ticket deals. A Dennis ticket deal. That's when you know you're on Skid Row, when you're on a Dennis ticket deal. Tank to UK. I don't see it happening, but I'd love it if Tank Davis came to UK. I'd be ringside. I'd dip into Porky Pot. That's I'm going to watch Tank for getting holiday this year. We spoke about the Jerome Wilson carry on with Bombay Dave. He ended up rematching Surgeon Bomber against everybody else's wishes, and he got brain damage. So nice to know you know what you're on with there, Bombay Dave. The Gad talking about Joe G versus Bombay Dave. Intense beef. I covered that one. It's a boring story. Very, very boring. Billy Shelby wants a shout out for Champions Factory opening in 2 weeks in Durham. That's in the northeast for all you dossers up there on benefits who twagged geography. It's the northeast. When you look on map, northeast. I'm assuming Durham, in Durham jail. That's Newcastle, is it? So it's called the Champions Factory, and that opens in the first week in February, I think, or second week in about February. beginning of February. So get your son up there if you want to learn how to box and all that, and or get in touch with Billy Shelby in comments section on my channel if you need to know anything more about that. Is that all right for you, Bill? The man that won't do a Zoom. Another one hiding behind his keyboard. This must be the longest Eddie Hills. We've covered it, haven't we? It's the longest he's ever, is it 11 week or something now, where he's not gone on about Queensbury's company accounts. I've mentioned this with Richard, didn't I? So we covered that one. Why do people ask questions on stuff we've already covered? So it is what it is. The Irish show. The box rec ranking for the home fighters, all 7, was average at 255. The away was 324. That's the worst rankings for any box rec average for any matchroom show in 14 years. How's about that one for a statistic? Does that tell you that the talent pool is bare? Yeah. And do I feel for Tom Dallas, the matchmaker? No, because he's a big stiff plank of wood. Tom Dallas, the man that tried to push Big Pricey. Oh no, Big Pricey pushed him, Warwick, in an auto to bump start it, and Big Pricey, how strong I am. Put it in second, Tom. La. Oh, it's an auto. Tom Dallas reminds me of that guy, you know, who forgets his lines, you know, in the Skull advert, when he's like that, isn't he? Skull. I've forgotten the words. That's Tom Dallas, isn't it? Plank of wood, but yeah, he's a matchmaker now. They'll give anybody a job, won't they, in boxing? Hey, too many punches to head. So it is what it is. That Irish show, though, 7 fights, all home fighters won, which I predicted, and 5 of them got put on button moon. The 2 that didn't were a 4-rounder and a 6-rounder. That's what you're up against. So it is what it is, isn't it? Drug testing. What's the answer when they fail the drug test? It's pretty simple, really. What they do in tennis, they just take an hair follicle. Nobody seems to be going for hair follicles in boxing, do they? Does anybody know somebody who has? Canelo? I'm not so sure on that, but could we even believe that one? I don't know. When somebody's got $500 million in bank, they can do what they want, can't they? But it is what it is. I believe hair follicles, they should just take them from beginning. Forget all this peeing. Just take an hair follicle from day one. Just go and get an hair follicle from them all once a month, and that's it. And it goes back ages, doesn't it? So why have we got ex-footballers on TalkSport talking about boxing constantly? Simon Jordan, obviously Judge Jordan, he's not an ex-footballer, but he did own Crystal Palace. We've got Gabriel Agbon-Lahore, Darren Bent, Jamie O'Hara. All of them are all inexperts on boxing, aren't they? They don't know about boxing. Hey, why are they talking about boxing? Stay in your lane, dossers. Every time we see them in a debate, they get slaughtered, don't they? Joe G slaughtered Judge Jordan, and Eddie's 2-0 against him, 2 by way of his best run since he went to points with Spotty Frank. So, or his best win since Spotty Frank points victory. Taylor Cattrall, live, we know all about it, mate. It's not happening on DAZN, and Taylor Cattrall 2, that is the rematch. Who cares? And that's about it, really. So, okie doke. I think it's dinner time now. A shake, we are pairing it. And you just press the button. Okie dokie. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Max, you're a dosser. Walking around with a big derby on you, but yet you've got a border control license. Yeah, I'm a professional boxer. Max, why have you even got a license? Why? Do you just want to be known as a boxer? Hey, it's dosser material. Get fit and have a fight. Stop running around telling people you're a boxer. You can't box Easter eggs. Pop, pop, bang.
You liked that one, didn't you? Right, first of all, I just want to say thank you very much for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me. because we're on this journey together, aren't we? So anybody got any ideas for the channel, fire them over to me, porkycorner@mail.com. Alright, shout out to Innovation Alloys and South Yorkshire Packaging. Alright, don't forget to subscribe, keep on trucking.